I'm Max Venus, and in this video we're going to look at setting up send effects in FL Studio. So we're just going to look at these two vocals that I've got. I've got a harmony layer and the original layer. They're both on separate mixer tracks here, so 7 and 8.
I told you once, baby, I told you once what I know.
And they combine together. So to send those to their own mixer track and effectively create a send, we're going to want to come down in the mixer, make sure you've got the track that you want to send highlighted. As we can see here, the green box is around the first vocal here. And if I click on the next free track here, on this little arrow at the bottom, if I right click there, I get the option to route to this track or route to this track only. Route to this track is the option we're going to want in this instance, because what that does is it routes it alongside the original track to the other track. So to the selected track that I've got here. But routing to this track only would actually remove the routing from that track and then straight into that other track. And then there's options also for side chaining. So we're going to select route to this track. So we've got basically a duplicate on this track here.
I told you once, baby.
And if we mute that, so we're basically doubling up the signal chain at this stage. So what we'll want to do now is we'll rename this our reverb send. Just give it a name, and we're going to add a reverb on here. So I'm going to use the Fruity Reverb 2, and we're going to have 100% wet on this channel. Because we want to basically create a reverb send, we're going to have 100% wet because we can mix in now that wet signal with the original dry signal. So I'm just going to pull the volume down on this send channel.
I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know.
Just going to slowly introduce it.
I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know. You got to let it go.
So you can hear now. We're
We're
introducing a subtle reverb here. And you've got control over that, so you could also automate the volume of this slider to introduce the reverb at points where maybe the vocal drops out a bit, so you could reintroduce that reverb a bit more, so have some more control over it. And you wouldn't be affecting the original signal, so you've still got that strong main vocal signal coming through. We've also got the ability to add multiple tracks into this reverb. So we've got obviously 2 layers to this vocal. Currently we've just got the original layer going in, but we could also add the harmony now to the reverb as well, so they sound like they're in the same space, and so that we can create a room effectively. So we can route that in, just basically highlight the track and right click and select route to this track. So now we've got, as you can see by the cables here, we've got the 2, they're both going into channel 9 now. 7 and 8, both going into 9. And you can hear now that we've got reverb on both those layers of the vocal.
You got to let it go. I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know.
Okay, I'm now going to add a compressor onto this same send, so we can glue those 2 tracks together. So I'm going to use the Fruity limiter for this instance. Click into compressor mode, reduce the threshold, increase the ratio.
You got to let it go. I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know.
So now we're gelling those 2 vocals together on the same track.
I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know.
You could also add in on the send track a delay if you like.
I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once.
So we can have multiple effects on the send channel, and we could potentially automate the dry wet of these individually, so we could mix in the delay, mix in the reverb. We've obviously got control over the overall level of the effects.
I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know.
And at the same time, you're always maintaining that strong dry signal of the vocal.
I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know.
So in this video, we looked at routing multiple mixer tracks into one send track. We then added multiple effects inserts and experimented with them to create a new sound.